turn that volume down over there.
Just wait.
I got a new phone. I don't know how to use it yet. My apologies.
Well, there's the on switch.
Volume down.
Patiently waiting for Brenda to lower the volume on her phone. And now we begin the Sunrise Extra on a Monday morning. I'm trying to. There we go. I feel like I'm evenly placed here now in the middle of the two of you. Chris in for Rod today. Brenda in for herself, back from vacation.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, all right, Brenda's back from vacation. Nina's on a vacation. Rod, I know he didn't leave the area. He told me he's basically doing a staycation, but out of work for the next few days nonetheless. So
Probably out on the golf course somewhere.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
Or two or three.
We have vacation on our minds is the bottom line. And so we thought, let's do a vacation-centric Sunrise Extra this morning, asking you your all-time favorite vacation spots. Let's say summer vacation, just because we're in the summer spirit. All-time favorite summer vacation spots, be they near or far. And then what is usually fun with these episodes of Sunrise Extra is when you share your stories. So we'd love to hear your best summer vacation stories, and perhaps more entertaining would be some of your worst summer vacation stories. It's like those things you never planned for on a vacation, and then they happened, and you've got a story for the rest of your life. So share with us here this morning. Brenda, I thought you could kick off things. You don't have to go into great detail, but I am curious, where were you, and what did you do last week?
Jeff and I went up to Olympia, Washington to visit his relatives. He had some folks in from Arizona. We had the cute little nephews, so I was Auntie Brenda, and took them around, and we went to the lake, and we kayaked and swam, and
it's like perfect summer vacation.
Exactly. It was just so chill.
What else would you want to do?
Drank a lot of wine.
Chris McGinnis was on vacation not too long ago. You had like a nice long stretch of days.
Yeah.
How long were you gone for?
We were in Sun River for 9 days.
Okay.
And we took a day car trip to the Painted Hills.
Oh, fun.
And with two little ones, that's always a little touch and go with because remember, vacation with two little ones isn't necessarily a vacation, but it's still time together. Painted Hills were gorgeous. I can't wait when they're a little older to go back and see more and spend some actual real a chunk of time there. Hopped in the Deschutes River. I got Patrick on the little the little whitewater park there. That's right in. So you get in and you can raft down to Drake Park, and so we did that. And he loved it, and then we got him into the pool every day at the Shark, and it was nice they were just easing back some of the restrictions there as we were getting there. Okay. So it was a little easier to get access to that. So that was cool.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I mean, we hadn't been together with those family members for a couple years.
Okay, Jeff's family.
Jeff's family, because of COVID, and they're in another state, and we're up here.
And we are still considering whether or not, in fact, we have some. I don't want to go down the bummer trail here, but I mean, it's just we're still considering as to whether or not we want to do any cross-country flights or not, to other parts of the country. So because of that. Right.
Well, how about we hear from a viewer? And I'll say real quickly, if you ask me favorite, in the area, summer vacation spot, I would say Sun River. I love it there.
Central Oregon.
And something about the way
so many opportunities to do so many things.
I don't love the heat. I mean, honestly, I do not love 90-degree temperatures.
Yeah.
I don't love the.
And it was 90
heat.
Every day we were there.
But something about Sun River, I guess it's like the tree-lined bike paths, right?
Yep.
You feel like there's a cooling roof over your head there.
Yes.
In most places. So, and I remember Russ, former co-anchor here on Sunrise, and his wife Sally, they would talk all the time about going to Sun River. The first few years I worked here, I'm thinking, what is this place? They keep talking about this place, Sun River. I just couldn't picture it. I didn't really know anything about it. I'm like, man, they go there all the time. I wonder if it's any good. We finally went there when our boys were 5 the first time. They're now 13. Yeah. But I remember that time when they were 5 and we went to Sun River for a week, I was like, what the heck did it take so long for us to get here?
That was our thought 2 years ago, and now we're like, that will probably be a staple in the vacation rotation.
So my Sun River oops, because I am wrong way Braxton. I cannot find myself, the right way to get some. Yeah, I know it is the land of circles, but Jaden and I, my youngest, we would always go on bike rides. Right. We were the ones who were always out. And I looked at the trail to Benham Falls. And somehow we had our little tandem bike. I ended up on the advanced mountain biking trail with these huge rocks jutting up over the Deschutes River, this narrow trail on a tandem bike with my 9-year-old. I was like, how did I get here?
This was
and
not the
I
intent.
did it more than once on
God.
2 different trips, 2 different years.
So your memories aren't always great.
No, but they're fun.
That's just
Okay.
a good vacation story. Vacation fail.
Howard Wright says, my friend's cabin near Rhododendron is his
nice.
favorite local summer getaway spot. Thank you, Howard Wright, for
About
chiming
nestled
in.
up in the trees and feeling a little cooler.
Right?
Yeah.
Connie Staub Miller gives us two. She gives us a near and a far. Well, she gives us two fars and then a near. Far number one, Victoria, Canada.
Ooh.
I've never been. I've never been
Yes.
to Canada, period.
I like Vancouver too.
Have you've been across the border?
Yeah.
You have.
I have.
I never have. I've never left this country to go to Canada. Anyway,
That's the only foreign country I've been to.
is that right?
Does it even count as foreign because it's so close?
It counts, but you're right. It's not very
Last time
foreign.
I was there, you didn't even need a passport.
So
Just
yeah,
your license.
Semi-foreign. She also mentioned Spain as a favorite summer getaway spot, and then
Sevilla.
And then Connie says for a local spot, she says you can't go wrong with the Oregon coast. Agreed.
So Veronica Gaston says, I lived in Spokane and I loved coming here to Oregon. I fell in love with Oregon. I'm a native Oregonian, born in McMinnville. I didn't realize you were from McMinnville, me too. But love going to the smaller towns like Willamina, Sheridan, Grand Ronde, Rose Lodge, Otis. Yeah, good times.
Mindy chimes in talking about a lake experience. She says she finally talked her husband into going to Ollie Lake. She says it's now her favorite place. We spent overnight and wanted to leave the next morning, or he wanted to leave, excuse me. He wanted to leave the next morning. We had the whole weekend to be there. He was not a happy camper. So what happened, Mindy? I would like to know more details on why your husband wanted to get out of Ollie Lake so quickly. I'm not a huge camper, but my wife did grow up camping, and so we have camped a lot as a family of four because she knows how to do it.
Okay.
And she's
Do you
all
have all
about
the
it.
gear?
Couple tents.
Okay.
Sleeping bags.
Did you sleep on
Good
the
enough.
ground?
No, the last time we went camping last summer, and it was, I want to say, Olali Lake. You ever heard of Olali Lake?
Oh, yeah.
Not this Ollie Lake, but Olali
That's
Lake.
why I was almost wondering if
there was a typo.
if there was a typo there, yeah.
Perhaps. You can let me know if you meant Olali Lake, Mindy, because that's where we went last year. We had a little yurt. And that was kind of fun. It was a
I
yurt that
remember
was,
that.
they stuck like two dividers in the yurt, so you had, it was like a triangle. Here was one bedroom, here was one bedroom, and then there was this like main little living room. The only thing I'll say is there was a mouse that visited us during the middle of the night.
Ew.
And my wife and I are, with the dogs with us, the dogs are in our little room, the boys are in theirs, and I hear this thing. Actually, it sounded like this. I'm like, what the heck is that? Right? It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. What is that? And I'm laying there.
good.
And I'm like, what is that? You
How
know,
did
then-
that not immediately wake the dogs? And,
I don't know. Well, he was sleeping in a crate in our room, so he wouldn't be running all around the place. So we had a
Okay.
big crate, but when he's in that crate, he is just like, don't bother me.
Okay.
I'm resting. Then I'm laying there. You know, you're kind of thinking, does my wife hear this, right? And then like, and then she goes, do you hear that? I'm like, yeah, I was wondering if you heard that. I didn't even know you were up. She goes, what do you think it is? I said, I thought it was a dog playing with something in his crate, but it was clearly not. I could tell now it's not in the room. So we go out there, and sure as hell, it was a mouse. And I kind of saw it scurry across the floor and hiding under something. I'm like, man. I said,
It was in the yurt with you?
yes. I said, do I have to catch
wait,
that
so
thing?
so they're not sealed to the bottom.
No.
There's
probably
like,
about 2 feet of space between the ground and the yurt.
you could fit a raccoon under there, man.
Right.
Speaking of which, I have heard raccoons in and around my tent in the middle of the night camping. That's a little creepy too.
I didn't know that about
But-
yurts. I didn't know that they weren't all the way to the ground.
Yeah, my interest
it can
level
be.
went
This one wasn't.
here.
No, absolutely. I'm out.
It was messing with the potato chip bag is what we discovered. That's what the sound was. It was messing with this potato chip bag trying to get into it.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Renee Robertson. Oh, I love this one. Black Butte Ranch.
Yes.
Will always be my favorite place on earth, she says. Although I am looking forward to my birthday trip to Costa Rica next week.
Oh, wow.
Happy
Next
early
week.
birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How about-
that's a good one.
How about Sheila Speck? This one is this is a 3-week vacation, I think.
Probably.
You could knock it all out
See
in
what
one.
you're talking about, yeah.
Love the year that we went on 11 national parks.
Oh, wow.
11 national parks in one summer. You had a lot of time.
Moving.
Zion, Bryce, there's a couple, and then
She mentioned Hug Point on the Oregon coast is another good spot.
right.
Can I say something about that, though?
Yeah.
We did 5 national parks in 1 week during spring break. Because if you go down to Arizona, Utah area, they're all over the place. I mean, you do have to do some traveling in the car, but we hit, she mentioned Zion, yep, Bryce Canyon,
Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon, you're right, the Arches, and Canyon Lands, both in Moab. And actually, I feel like we hit a 6th. Maybe I'm forgetting one. Nonetheless, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Doesn't matter. We hit 6, I think, national parks, now that I mention it, in 1 week because they are so relatively close together down there. And I had never been to Utah in my life or that part of Arizona, and it was really fantastic.
I want to see it. Yeah, I look forward to that trip.
Christy Shirk, good morning to you. She says, we always camped at Fisherman's Bend for years. We rode bikes, hiked, and played in the river. We camped there for a week just before it burned. Where exactly is that? So sad, but glad we had our last camping trip. Fisherman's Bend. Christy, tell us where exactly that is. I'm not familiar. Veronica weighing in again. I have 3 on my bucket list. Number 1 is Hawaii, then Alaska, and then Avonlea, Canada.
Well,
go ahead.
I did ask Mindy to get back to us about her husband and or the camping trip she took with her husband.
Yeah.
She says, yes, it was Olali Lake, number 1.
Okay.
She doesn't mention anything about a mouse in their yurt. But she did say, yes, they went there. They had the whole weekend, but they only stayed the one night because her husband was not a happy camper. I said, why? She says, he just simply wanted to go back home, even though he had told me that he always enjoyed camping. So he said one thing. And then, when push came to shove, he showed another. I'm sorry to hear that, Mindy.
Everybody.
Yeah. Well, apparently he said it was for him.
A lot of work.
It's a tremendous amount of work.
It really is. People love it, but it's not just like kick back if you're the one bringing the gear and making the food. And
I mean, we're like we have talked a lot about like us wanting to take our kids camping and really get back into doing that. And we're like, God, we're so tired.
Well,
it's just like, do you really want to? Yes, I want the experience of sitting down, hearing just nature and just being out in it. But all the work to get there is like, it's a lot. It's a commitment. It's a commitment.
If I could transport my toilet and my shower to the camping site, that would be a different ballgame, right? Like when I'm there.
They make those little hot water, or those water heaters that you can do a shower with.
Not the same.
Do have like.
Yeah, but I want my. I'm saying, I enjoy my toilet and my shower.
7,000 gallons of water a shower.
Jay says my favorite vacation spot is Maui, but I still have a lot of places to visit. And then Ashley says Kauai and Cancun are the favorite places that we've been. Oh, that sounds phenomenal. One of my favorite vacations was to the Big Island.
Okay.
You know, it's just got Kilauea, it has rainforest, it has is it the northwest coast? Yes, I think that is the Kohala coast, so it's got the white sand and the turquoise water. It's more touristy, but when you go around the island, I didn't realize also that the Big Island, it's called, I can't remember what it is, but it's the southernmost point in the United States. The tip of the Big Island,
that makes sense.
Go all the way down to this green sand beach. I mean, there's just so much natural, majestic beauty. Yeah. It was great.
I would agree with Jay. We've been to Hawaii 3 times, but never until my honeymoon. So we got married, and that was our week-long, or maybe it was 10-day vacation, honeymoon vacation was Maui, and I was like blown away by how awesome it was. Didn't go back to Hawaii for 10 years, but when during our 10th anniversary summer, when the boys were at that point 9 years old, we went back to Hawaii, went to Maui, and I thought this is going to be totally different, obviously, with 2 9-year-olds than when we went just the 2 of us for our honeymoon. And I thought, it's not going to be as good. How could it? It was really good. I don't know if I wouldn't even compare the 2. All I know is I had a great time on our honeymoon, like probably the best vacation of my life. It was the most relaxing. It was also in between jobs. I had just left Channel 12, and I was about to start here. Nice. So I'm like, I don't have a job right now, but I know I've got one coming soon. This feels really good. But when I went back with the kids, they had such a blast, and they were so easy. Chris, hopefully your 2 will be like this when they're 8, 9, 10, 11.
We hope putting this much work in now will lead to that, but you never know.
All we did was go to the beach. We went to the beach, and they dug in the sand for, I'm telling you, 5 to 6 hours straight. While I sat back with a cooler of beer on this side and a book in my hand, my wife the same, and we just read and sat there. They didn't bother us. They weren't bothering anybody. They were completely contained and happy, and I was like, this is what a vacation should feel like.
Just, you know, I almost think sometimes you need a 2-week vacation because you need a day or so to decompress.
Oh, yeah.
Then you just want to enjoy it without thinking that the Sunday scaries are coming and you're going to have to go back on Monday. Yeah. That passes and you just get to enjoy it. Yeah. Longer vacations, that's what we all need.
4-day work week? Wasn't that a poll during one of the, that was a poll somewhere here. Do you want a 4-day work week or
we did that.
Yeah, and I was like, no, it was like 5 days or it was something like 10-hour days or 4-day work week or something like that, right? Or,
Well, do you want to do 10 4s or 5 8s? I'd
Yeah.
rather do 10. Who wouldn't rather do 10 4s, I wonder?
how about 32 hours? Huh? How come that wasn't a choice?
Are we getting paid for 40 still?
Yes.
Okay, then yes.
Paul
I'm in.
Kenny says Beverly Beach State Park was amazing when the kids were young.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fun.
I also never heard of Fisherman's Bend.
This is
That's what we
Heather
just
now
talked
chiming in.
about.
Yeah. I thought that sounded familiar because I'm almost certain that we
It's
passed
near
through that on Highway
Mahama.
22.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, Ken is weighing in with that. Capitol Reefs.
Thank you. That's the one I forgot. Is someone suggesting that I forgot that one?
No, I was just reading his
Oh.
comment, Ken's comment. Capitol Reefs?
Yeah, Capitol Reef. I think it's just one reef.
Okay.
It's a state park, or pardon me, a national park, and that was part of the tour that we made down there in
Oh,
Arizona
gotcha,
and
gotcha,
Utah. So that
gotcha.
is the one I forgot. Capitol Reef, which was fantastic. Did that whole one basically in your car, and you could take your car in between these, massive rocks, and you're thinking to yourself, this is too narrow. We're not going to make it. But sure enough, we did. Capitol Reef, Bryce Canyon, Zion, the Grand Canyon. And in Moab, there's 2, Canyonlands and Arches. 6 in 1 week. You can hit them all fairly easy, and they were all fantastic.
Ashley is talking about camping. She said we had an elk by our tent one time.
How do you fend that off?
Sure.
You run to the car.
Zip up and just be quiet.
Yeah.
What do you do?
We do have a view. I'm going to bring this up real quickly before we say goodbye for the day, because we did have a big changeover, Brenda, while you were gone on vacation. Last Friday, we were telling everyone by Friday they had to rescan their antennas. If they're watching us over the air with an antenna, or if you know someone who is. Hearing from a viewer this morning named Mindy, who says, by the way, I have lost your signal when the upgrade happened. I can't watch anything on KGW, she says, and did it between Friday and Saturday 10 times. I'm assuming she means she tried to do the rescan. So there is a spot on our website. If you go to kgw.com/antenna, hopefully that page will give you, Mindy, all the information you need. kgw.com/antenna. Oh, and then someone from our team is right now putting the post on this
Nice.
stream.
Awesome.
So
Good
Mindy, if
job.
you see that, click on that post. Like I said, hopefully that post will answer all of your questions.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
There you go.
There you go. Love it.
Thank you for your vacation stories,
I
ladies
need
and
another
gentlemen.
vacation.
Lots of good ideas.
Yeah.
Do you have any more coming before the summer's over, Brenda?
Oh, I'm going to take some.
Okay, fair enough. Thanks for watching. Good night.